for me as a person, it's very important, to share your story because sometimes your story might resonate with someone, and to know that probably you can make a difference in someone's life just with your story. I don't mind sharing mine. Just so that somebody can be like, okay, yeah, she has a great story. I want to probably be in her shoes or even better, so I don't mind.
Well, tell us your story.
All right, so first off, I'm going to start by saying my name is Phelicia Lotoya Adams. I am 25 years old. I am Guyanese. I'm a teacher, I'm a model, and also I'm an entrepreneur, and I'm also a crochet designer. It's a lot.
Yeah, a lot of things
But
that I'm
of
interested in.
course,
That's good.
but of course, all of this wouldn't be possible, if I wasn't able to, go through the things that I've been through to be the person that I am today.
What have you been through?
It's a lot. The journey, it's a lot. However, I'm going to start by saying that I grew up in a single parent household. I grew with my mom and my two brothers. And, I started my nursery school, then primary school, and for secondary school, it was a bit of shift for me because my nursery and my primary school was right in my village, which is Parika, which is on the west side, right? So with that being said, my secondary school was Reading Hope Secondary School, and that was like about 45 minutes from where I was living, right? So that would have been Reading Hope, right? So in terms of that, now I had to adjust to like traveling from my village to Reading Hope for 45 minutes 5 days a week.
Oh, wow.
Right, so in terms of me adjusting now, it kind of came with its goodness because I was able to be more exposed to like traveling, meeting new people like outside of my village, etc. And throughout my secondary school, it was lovely for me. Like my secondary school, lovely. Everyone there, they loved me. My teachers, they always, wanted the best for me. And when I wrote my CSEC examination, I was so surprised at graduation. I got an award for the best leadership quality throughout my 5 years in secondary school. So it shows, that persons or my fellow peers and also teachers look up to me or as a role model. So with that being said, I always knew like what I wanted to be. Like I just knew that I wanted to be somebody, that persons can look up to and be like, okay, I want to be like Phelicia. You understand? So I try to, try to go in the path where persons can, say, okay, I want to be like Phelicia. But I always liked modeling, so I'm going to start with modeling first because that is where I started. So I've always liked modeling growing up. I could remember, being young, and my mom, she always wore heels going out to parties, etc. But I used to take her heels and, I would put them on and I walk up down the house, just those fine things. Right. I always, looked at the television when was Miss Universe, Miss World, and I just wanted to be like those girls, So when the opportunity came where I was able to start modeling, and it was definitely from a good friend, his name is Kenny Hercules, which is your co-host. Yes, because of him, I was able to start my modeling journey. I started off with Jada's consultancy, and it was a modeling school, where they help persons like us to become, great models. And at that time, I would say like modeling in Guyana wasn't much. However, we definitely used to take the opportunity as much as we can. I started off doing fashion shows. Even before the fashion shows, I had to learn the tips and the tricks when it comes to fashion overall. And I think throughout that Jada's consultancy, in terms of being a part of the agency, I learned so much in terms of like improving on my walk, and how to grace the stage. So I did a few fashion shows at the time. I started in 2017, by the way. That's when I also started my modeling journey. Then with that being said, I decided to do a pageant in 2018, sorry, that was my first pageant. Forgive me for
No,
mixing the years.
No, that's okay.
Yes, my first pageant was in 2018, and I did like it because I got first runner for that pageant, and I was Miss West Bank 2018. Hold on, can I stop? Because it's like I gotta try to remember everything, and I'm like I trying to figure out what the village name up there. I was like,
It's cool. It's not live, so I always take out stuff.
Yeah, we'll be right back. Just
Good.
a
Sorry.
second.